Hello everyone, this is Jay from BroGaming TCG, and today we're back with a Road to Worlds episode. Now, I've got two games for you in this episode because both of them are relatively short. They are both concedes within like the first few turns here. And now the second one is a little odd, but I went ahead and threw that one in there because I did want to get you guys a Road to Worlds episode. I wanted to talk about some stuff. Number one on the agenda is first of all, while you guys are actually listening and paying attention to this video, I want to say if you guys have videos of Pokemon TCG that you guys want to send to me for me to analyze and then post on my channel, I will give you full credit for your gameplay. And if you guys have a YouTube channel or something like that, I will shout out your YouTube channel in the video. But if you want to improve your game, then go ahead, send me the videos. You can either leave a comment in the section below and I'll get in touch with you or something like that, and then I will analyze, I will break down your videos, and I will post them to my channel. Now if you guys don't, that's perfectly fine. I'll still upload my gameplay as usual. Now the second thing that I wanted to talk about is the topic of today's video, which is the standard meta right now. And as you guys know, after Worlds, the rotation is now in effect. That's why my deck is looking a little bit different. It's not exactly fully done yet, but it's done enough that I can actually win matches with it. Now this first match I'm facing up a Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Bulu brings up a great concept here. Now a lot of people thought that Tapu Bulu was kind of a tier 2 deck, but after the meta swing, Tapu Bulu has become a tier 1 deck, and it's actually very, very powerful. A lot of people are turning towards Tapu Bulu to play Tapu Bulu because it hits for weakness for quite a few things within the water. It hits with Kingdra, it hits with a few others like my Golduck deck, Quad Labras, stuff like that, but those decks aren't really in the top tier meta. What Tapu Bulu is good up against, however, is the Espeon GX and Garbodor matchup. Tapu Bulu is something that you don't really need a lot of item cards to play with, and it deals a decent amount of damage that can take Espeon GX and Garbodor off in a one-hit KO. Now, really the one that I wanted to talk about was Galiciopod. Now, if you guys haven't watched, I do have a Galiciopod deck profile. It's a little outdated. It was even before the release of Galiciopod. It was my concept deck for it, and obviously you guys can go watch that if you want to. It's on my channel in the Deck Garage playlist. Now, there's my victory there, and that doesn't matter. The thing is Galiciopod has kind of had this surge of popularity and this surge after the meta and after Worlds. Now, not only was Galiciopod really good at Worlds, even though it may not have topped in the top 4, but the big thing is Galiciopod after the rotation got really, really good. And I mean really good. And that is a deck that I've been wanting to play for a very long time. And in my actual real life, that's the deck that I'm actually trying to collect cards and build so that I can go to competitive scenes more often. So, and it has really excited me that personally has gone up in the meta, you know. Now, the next deck that I want to talk about is something like the decks that kind of we see go, like Gyarados. It was never a tier 1 deck, but it definitely defeated quite a few cards and actually had really good potential if you were good up against, it was good up against Volcanion and Galiciopod, and it took quite a bit, but and if you teched in Machoke, it took care of things like Decidueye and Garbodor. Now, the other big thing is Forest of Giants plants is obviously rotated out, and that's a big deal for some people because one, Decidueye is now fallen off the rails and is never going to come back because a stage 2 grass Pokemon that has nothing it's not going to be able to come back from that. But the big thing is Galiciopod doesn't need that, and Galiciopod will never need that with Acerola and Guzma being so powerful in this format. And that's something that a lot of people don't recognize, is that how powerful a Acerola is. I mean, it's super scoop up, but without the coin toss. And if you guys knew, there was an A-Spec card called Super Vacuum or something like that. I forget what it was actually called, that allowed you to do that. But A-Spec, you could only play one A-Spec per deck. And Eraserrola you can play 4, and even though that's using your supporter for the turn, Eraserrola with Galiciopod is something that is very, very, very good, because you can rotate in another Galiciopod, play your Wimpomp down, next turn you have that Galiciopod built, plus your Galiciopod in the active, so you can just switch those two out, boom, and you're hitting for 120 every single turn, and it's not that hard to do. And a lot of people thought that 120 wasn't going to be enough damage, and for this format that we are going into, 120 is plenty of damage, and that's actually why my Golduck deck has been doing so well. If you guys saw, I was on a 6-win streak. Yes, 6-win streak. I haven't lost in a few days, actually. I try to play 3 games at least a day, and I have yet to lose any of those games with this specific deck, my Golduck Alolan Ninetales deck. And honestly, I could see my Golduck Alolan Ninetales deck being a threat to people that you don't even know about. And something like Snorlax GX. Snorlax GX is something that could possibly be a threat to people because it's a very good counter for a lot of decks, and people just don't even know it. It does 180 damage, or 160, I forget, for basically nothing, and all Snorlax has to be is it has to be asleep. So it could 1-hit KO, 2-hit KO very easily, plus it has a decent amount of HP. It's a basic Pokemon. With Kawaii, you can easily attach 4 Fire Energy, plus you're attaching 1, so there's your 5 energy that Snorlax needs. It's very, very different, and I think that this meta is going to bring out a lot of different type decks, because we're seeing Eraserrola and Galiciopod come out. We're also seeing, Gardevoir GX is still obviously going to be dominant. We see a few other decks that are obviously always going to be dominant. I mean, Metagross is very good. We have, what else do we have here? Well, obviously you guys know where I'm going with this. Anyways, if you guys want to see kind of what I have inside for the meta, definitely leave your comments in the comment section below, and I want to have a conversation. I want to see where you guys are at with the meta, what decks you guys want to be playing, and stuff like that. If you guys are watching the gameplay, I really don't know why this guy conceded. He kind of had me, but anyways, that's still a win. But honestly, I want to know where you guys think the meta is going, because that's kind of where I think the meta is going. I think the meta is going to be something that is outlandish, these very odd decks that people are wanting to play, these fun decks, such as my Golduck Alolan Ninetales, It could honestly be a threat to a lot of decks. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Definitely leave in the comment section below what you think of the meta. Also, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Anyways, guys, this is Jay from BroGaming TCG. I want to remind you all to always keep on battling and pursue your dreams. Thanks for watching.